What happens when three domestic terrorists decide to detonate a bomb inside Yankee Stadium during Game 4 of the World Series, with 56,000 fans watching and millions more on television? When they plant sophisticated explosive device somewhere in massive stadium complex and set timer for 7th inning stretch, counting on chaos and casualties to deliver their message. And when only warning comes 90 minutes before detonation, forcing NYPD to choose between evacuating stadium, creating mass panic, or trying to find device in building with hundreds of rooms, miles of corridors, and tens of thousands of people. This is story of October 24th, 1987, and why 56,000 baseball fans went home safely that night, because David Hasselhoff happened to be driving through Bronx when KITT's police scanner picked up most terrifying emergency broadcast in New York sports history. October 24th, 1987. Yankee Stadium. Game 4 of World Series. Yankees playing Minnesota Twins. Series tied 2 games each. Stadium packed. 56,000 fans. Every seat sold. Atmosphere electric. Families with kids, couples, friends who'd followed Yankees all season. Everyone there to watch history. Nobody knew 3 men with grievance against federal government had decided this night would be their target. Marcus Webb, Thomas Kowalski, and James Chen, former military veterans with explosives training. Built bomb using 20 pounds military-grade C4, packed into duffel bag with timer, ball bearings for shrapnel. Enough force to kill everyone within 100-foot radius, injure hundreds more. Chose World Series because high profile, stadium packed, broadcast live nationally. Maximum visibility, maximum terror. Webb got maintenance job at Yankee Stadium 3 months earlier using fake identity. 2 days before Game 4, brought bomb hidden in toolbox. On game day, activated timer during pre-game rush. Set for 9:15 p.m., 7th inning stretch, maximum crowd density. Then left stadium, met accomplices, waited. But Webb made mistake. Told someone. Former military buddy Rodriguez, who knew about plan but wasn't involved. Rodriguez assumed it was just talk. When realized it was actually happening, he panicked. Couldn't call police directly because he'd be implicated, but couldn't let thousands die. At 7:45 p.m., made anonymous call to NYPD. Disguised voice, said bomb at Yankee Stadium set to detonate 9:15 p.m. Wouldn't give location. Hung up. NYPD dispatcher immediately contacted bomb squad and stadium security. Call came 7:46 p.m. If real, they had 90 minutes to find bomb somewhere in Yankee Stadium. Problem: Yankee Stadium was massive. Miles of corridors, hundreds of storage rooms, utility spaces, mechanical rooms. Even with bomb squad and NYPD flooding building, searching every location in 90 minutes, nearly impossible. NYPD commander's terrible decision: evacuate and risk mass panic, possibly triggering bomb early. Or don't evacuate, try quiet search, risk 56,000 lives if they failed. Commander's call: don't evacuate yet, start quiet systematic search. Stadium security checking areas discreetly. Bomb squad deployed with dogs, X-ray units. Every resource city had, but ticking clock and massive building. At 7:52 p.m., 83 minutes remaining. David driving KITT through Bronx, returning from Westchester Hospital visit. KITT scanner activated. All units, credible bomb threat, Yankee Stadium, device possibly in stadium complex. Detonation time 9:15 p.m., bomb squad deployed. KITT scanner pulsed. David detecting emergency. Bomb threat Yankee Stadium. 56,000 people in stadium. David looked toward stadium, could see lights. KITT, can you help locate? I have chemical detection sensors, identifying explosive compounds from distance. Need to be relatively close, within stadium complex, within 200 yards for initial detection. Can also access stadium blueprints and security camera feeds. Contact bomb squad. We're going to assist. Kit connected NYPD encrypted frequency. Response skeptical. Civilian vehicle. Identify yourself. This is David Hasselhoff. My vehicle has chemical detection sensors that may help narrow search. Pause. Then bomb squad commander. Mr. Hasselhoff, if serious about assisting, we need all help we can get. 79 minutes and approximately 500 possible locations. If your vehicle can narrow search area, that's valuable. On our way. Current location. Northwest entrance, security command post. David accelerated, pulled into restricted area, met bomb squad commander. Captain Morrison stressed but focused. Mr. Hasselhoff, anonymous call 7:46 p.m. Bomb set 9:15 p.m. No location. 76 minutes remaining. We're searching systematically, but stadium has hundreds of rooms. If your vehicle can detect explosives, that saves critical time. Kit scans for chemical signatures. C4, dynamite, military explosives. How coordinate. Access to service roads around perimeter. Scan from outside if you detect anything. Narrows which section. Then we focus interior search on that area. David got in Kit. Began driving slowly around stadium perimeter. Kit's sensors active. Kit. What detecting? Scanning for nitrogen compounds, organic peroxides, explosive chemical signatures, filtering normal background, cleaning supplies, fuel, food service, looking for anomalous concentrations consistent with military-grade explosives. Past third base. Nothing. Past outfield. Nothing. Chemical background complex. David detecting elevated nitrogen compound readings near right field upper deck area. Consistent with possible C4 signature. Confidence 68%. Can you narrow down? Need closer. Signature coming from upper deck concourse area. Cannot determine exact location from this distance. David radioed Morrison. Possible detection. Upper deck area near right field. Nitrogen compounds consistent with C4. Can we access that section? Roger. Meet you gate 4. Leads to upper deck service corridors. David drove to gate 4. Stadium security opened gates. Kit drove into service corridor behind upper deck concession. Sensors immediately stronger. David. Signature much stronger. Definitely explosive compounds. Scanning for precise location. Kit moved slowly through corridor. Sensors pinpointed. Chemical signature strongest in utility room C47 30 yards ahead right side. David saw door. Unmarked utility room. Radioed Morrison. Likely location. Utility room C47. We're 2 minutes out. Do not approach. But they didn't have 2 minutes to waste. Time 8:41 p.m. 34 minutes until detonation. Kit. Scan through door. Scanning with ground-penetrating radar. Detecting large metallic object duffel bag. Internal components show electronic timer. Battery pack. Dense material consistent with plastic explosive. This is definitely bomb. Morrison and team arrived. 3 bomb technicians in protective gear. Your vehicle sure. Kit's sensors show C4 and electronic timer inside. It's there. Everyone back 50 yards. We're going in. Bomb squad approached carefully. Opened door. Inside large duffel bag on shelf among cleaning supplies. Morrison radioed. Visual on device. Duffel bag. Appears to be bomb. Evacuating non-essential personnel. David watched as lead bomb tech. Sergeant Walsh approached. Used portable X-ray. Image showed 20 pounds C4. Electronic timer showing 31:17 counting down. Ball bearings for shrapnel. Serious military-grade device. Walsh radioed. Confirmed IED. 20 pounds C4. Timer active. 31 minutes. This is sophisticated military construction. Assessing if I can disarm or need to evacuate and detonate remotely. Morrison looked at clock. 8:44 p.m. 31 minutes. Even starting evacuation now. Getting 56,000 out safely would take longer. If Walsh couldn't disarm, only option. Move it to isolated area. Incredibly dangerous. Walsh examined carefully. Timer connected to detonator through simple circuit. No anti-tamper devices visible. No secondary triggers. Straightforward timer bomb. I can disarm by cutting timer power, but need to be absolutely sure no backup triggers. Agonizing minutes examining components. Clock ticked. 8:49 p.m. 26 minutes. Walsh decided. Cutting timer power. If this goes wrong, device detonates immediately. Recommend everyone evacuate minimum safe distance. Morrison ordered everyone back 200 yards. Walsh alone in corridor. Carefully accessed bomb wiring. Timer showed 24:33. Identified power wire to timer. Took breath. Cut wire. Timer went dark. Device disarmed. Walsh radioed. Device neutralized. Timer disabled. Bomb safe. Relief immediate, overwhelming. Morrison radioed NYPD command. Bomb located and disarmed. Device neutralized. All clear. Time 8:53 p.m. Found and disarmed with 22 minutes to spare. Crowd in stadium, no idea. Down on field, Yankees and Twins playing 6th inning. Fans eating popcorn, drinking beer. Enjoying game. Nobody knew bomb capable of killing hundreds had been 50 yards above them until black Trans Am with chemical sensors located it, and NYPD disarmed it with 22 minutes left. Game continued. Yankees won 8-4. 56,000 fans went home safely, never knowing how close they'd come. FBI took over investigation. Bomb transported to federal facility. Within hours traced materials, identified suspects. Marcus Webb, Thomas Kowalski, James Chen arrested at motel in New Jersey, where they'd been waiting to watch attack on television. Charged with terrorism, attempted mass murder, possession of explosives. Pled guilty, received life sentences without parole. Rodriguez, who made anonymous call, given immunity for cooperating. 2 weeks later, David received letter from Commissioner of Baseball thanking him for preventing catastrophic attack. Calls from families who'd been at game. One father brought 8-year-old son to first World Series game that night. When found out about bomb afterward, realized David saved his son's life. NYPD requested details not publicly released to avoid copycat attacks. Official statement: suspicious device found and neutralized. Public never in danger. Game proceeded without incident. Full details: 90-minute countdown. Desperate search. Kits sensors locating bomb not public until months later, when suspects convicted and FBI investigation concluded. Story became New York sports law. Night Yankee Stadium almost became site of America's deadliest terrorist attack. Night 56,000 baseball fans came within 22 minutes of disaster. Night civilian with AI car saved them all. For David, proof kits technology wasn't just for catching criminals or finding missing people. Sometimes difference between normal people going home and tragedy changing American history. Bomb Squad had training and courage, but didn't have technology to search 500 locations in 90 minutes. Kit did, and that technology combined with David's willingness to help when heard emergency broadcast was why 1987 World Series is remembered for great baseball instead of unspeakable tragedy. Captain Morrison sent personal letter month later. 20 years with Bomb Squad. Never situation where time that tight and stakes that high. Finding bomb in 76 minutes would have been nearly impossible through conventional search. Kit's chemical sensors gave them advantage needed. David's immediate response, driving to stadium instead of assuming someone else would handle it, was difference between success and catastrophe. Letter ended.
You proved heroism isn't about being in right profession. It's about being willing to help when you're needed, regardless of whether it's your job. David kept that letter, kept all letters from families at game, because some nights you're driving through Bronx after visiting hospital. Some nights your car picks up emergency broadcast about bomb threat at World Series. Some nights you prove having advanced technology isn't enough. You have to be willing to use it to help people, even when situation terrifying and outcome uncertain. Bomb Squad deserves credit for disarmament, but finding bomb in building with hundreds of rooms and only 90 minutes to search, that required technology that didn't exist in any police department. Kit had it, and David had courage to drive into active bomb threat to help. That's why those 56,000 baseball fans went home safely. That's why 1987 World Series continued. That's why sometimes best security system isn't one installed in building. It's one that shows up in black Trans Am when nobody expects it.